Hey, welcome to my podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Nintendo Switch Pro. Yeah, this is going to be the pinnacle of incoherent rambling. I don't have a script or anything. I don't even have a list to go off of. I just want to talk about what I think about a possible Nintendo Switch Pro. So we all know the Switch's hardware is, well, a little outdated. I mean, it was outdated 5 years ago, but it's super outdated now. But it still puts out some pretty solid games, a lot of really good games. But recently, specifically in Q4 of this year, we've had a lot of games just not run great on it, specifically Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and also Sonic Frontiers, which I'll even admit, it's a miracle the game runs on the Switch, but it could be better. Definitely could be better. And I have a theory as to why the game's released in the state they did at Q4. So, we all know Nintendo wants to do a Pro system, kind of. The last 5 years in interviews, they've said they're not interested, but then 1 year, the most recent year, they said, yeah, we're not going to comment on that, which basically means they're interested. So then there was that one time they ordered a bunch of parts, who knows what that means, but we're getting somewhere, Now, I don't think this necessarily means we're getting a Switch Pro, but I like to theorize, and theorizing is fun. So I think the Switch Pro was originally set to release earlier this year. Not super early this year, just like, I don't know, like September-ish, maybe October. Really play to the holiday crowd. But I think it was originally going to happen, and they decided to delay it. Whether that was because of Tears of the Kingdom or not, it's delayed. Now, I think it's actually more likely that they delayed Tears of the Kingdom, and then we're like, oh shit, we'll have to push off the Switch Pro release. But I think that Sonic Frontiers originally planned to be on the Switch Pro, and then it heard it wasn't going to be, and they're like, ah shit, now we got to change stuff to make it actually function on the platform. And then I think Pokemon, specifically Game Freak, heard that the Switch Pro isn't going to be coming out on time, and we're like, well, let's see what it runs on the normal Switch. 4 FPS, yeah, that's good, we'll ship it out. And I think that means we're getting something this year. I think it's more likely that we'll get a reveal Q1 2023 and a release probably same day as Tears of the Kingdom, if we're being honest. Now, don't take my word as gospel or anything. I haven't looked at any leaks. I don't know what's happening. But I'm just thinking, if I were a multi-billion-dollar video game company that's been in business for over 100 years, what would I do? And I would announce a new console in January or February, and release it May with my new game. Now again, this is obviously just speculation. I feel like I have to keep prefacing that, otherwise I'm going to get a million comments saying, hey, this isn't going to happen. But I'm happy to get my thoughts out and just kind of say, hey, this is what I think is going to happen. Now, what would a Switch Pro entail, I think is the interesting question. I mean, Nintendo hardly ever does just basic hardware upgrades. In fact, I don't know if they've ever done a basic hardware update. I mean, the DS had a 3D mechanic for its hardware upgrade. The Wii turned into the hellfire that is the Wii U. You know, they don't just do something simple. So what would the Nintendo Switch Pro bring to the table that would be their new gimmick? And that is a great question. All we can really do is speculate on that. But here are some ideas that I think it could be. So I think it's possible that it could follow in the footsteps of the OLED and have like an OLED screen, slightly bigger screen, you know, stuff like that. But I don't think it's likely because I doubt they'll want to drive up cost a ton. Another thing they could do is bring back 3D. That would be very interesting. I think a lot of people would like that. I also think gyro on just the console would be cool. I don't know if that's already a feature, but I do know that in the Super Mario Galaxy and 3D All-Stars, you have to use the touch screen. I don't play in handheld a ton, so I don't know if there's already gyro in the console docked or, handheld mode. But that would be cool if it's not. And we recently learned Nintendo knows what Bluetooth is after they patched it in an update. A lot of people were like, oh, they were just withholding it from us. I genuinely think they didn't know they put it in. I think they just forgot. Or just didn't know what it did when they installed it. But either way, we know Bluetooth exists. So I think it's possible they could move on to casting and have kind of like a Wii U Nintendo Switch mixture. I think that'd be really cool. Plus a console to go along with the handheld would definitely increase power. I think something else that would be really interesting is a disk drive. Now, I don't think they're just going to slap a disk drive on the back of the console, as cool as that would be, but I think it's possible that they would add a disk drive in some way, shape, or form, because cartridges just ain't cutting it, man. They're so tight with space. It's impressive that they managed to fit Doom on one, but Jesus, a disc would open up so many third-party opportunities. Plus, why wouldn't you want to go to the Switch? It's the best-selling console of this current generation, so why not? The only reason why not is freaking cartridges. But hey, these are all the theories. I think that's pretty much all I want to say. I don't really have a way to format this other than just saying it, but hey, I think that'd be really cool. But yep, that's just a theory. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say a game theory. Thanks for watching.